Welcome to Habits Unplugged. Let's talk about 28 of the biggest reasons people don't stop drinking alcohol. Now, these reasons are hidden in plain sight. The solutions are also hidden in plain sight. If you don't know me, I'm Kevin O'Hara, owner of habitsv2.com. We coach people to quickly stop drinking alcohol, tapping into their potential for growth instead of tapping out with alcohol. Let's go. So here's the first 7 reasons people don't stop drinking alcohol. Number 1, I will never be able to live my life fully without alcohol. Number 2, I can't quit drinking. Number 3, I'll never succeed in stopping drinking alcohol. Number 4, people like me cannot quit drinking alcohol. Number 5, I'll always fail at quitting alcohol or staying stopped. Number 6, I won't be able to handle life without alcohol. And number 7, I won't be able to stick to my decision. Now, these all come under the bucket. These people don't believe in the likelihood that they can achieve this outcome of stopping drinking alcohol. They don't believe they can succeed in stopping drinking alcohol. They don't believe that they can stop drinking alcohol. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they personally cannot do it, right? You know, most of this is fed by doubt. And I think the doubt comes mostly from past experiences. You know, maybe they've tried before. They've certainly tried to moderate before. I think anyone who gets to that stage where they're stopping drinking alcohol has tried to moderate before. And they failed before, right? And failure in moderation can seem like failure overall. But they're two completely different things. Moderation is almost always bound to fail. You know, I've never met anyone who can't stop drinking, right? I've never met anyone who can't stop drinking. I've never coached anyone who can't stop drinking. I've never heard of anyone who can't stop drinking or they can't stay stopped for good. You know, some people have a more difficult time of it. Some people need to jump through a few more hoops, overcome a few more obstacles, learn a few more skills, including, you know, in those skills, I believe, self-belief, self-confidence, self-efficacy, emotional control, all that kind of stuff, right? But I have never met anyone who cannot do this, right? There are plenty of people who won't stop drinking for one reason or another reason, right? There's a big difference between can't and won't. So ask yourself, do you think any of these things? Have you thought any of these things? Let me know in the comments down below. So here's the next 7 reasons why people don't stop drinking alcohol. Number 1, it's too hard to quit drinking alcohol. Number 2, I'll have to give up too much to stop drinking alcohol. Number 3, it's too much work to quit drinking alcohol. Number 4, I'll have to sacrifice my comfort, my relaxation, my fun, my freedom in order to quit drinking alcohol. Number 5, it's too hard to change my habits. Number 6, it's too challenging to quit drinking alcohol. And number 7, I'm afraid I'm going to miss out. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Now, these come under the bucket. They think it's going to be too difficult for them to stop drinking alcohol. And one of the problems here is really not having a clear outcome in mind, not having a clear destination that you want to reach. And some people have no idea just where they want to go in this life, right? Where they want to be in 6 months, a year, 5 years after they've stopped drinking alcohol. If you don't know what your likely destination is, how can you possibly judge the toughness of the terrain that you're going to have to cross in order to get there, right? Another problem is that people are judging their lives without alcohol with the same mindsets, the same frameworks, the same thoughts which they have lived their lives with alcohol. This is what we call the drinker's mindset or the drinker's mind. Within that drinker's mindset is the option of instant gratification. So whenever I'm feeling shit, I can go and I can gratify myself instantly and get myself feeling a bit better, right? With that drinker's mindset is a built-in escape hatch, right? It's an escape hatch not into a life of happiness. It's an escape hatch into dumbness and numbness. So do you think that you have that drinker's mindset, and do you think that that's what's impeding you moving forwards? Do you think it's going to be too tough for you, too difficult for you? Do you think you're going to have to jump through too many hoops? Do you think you're going to have to overcome too many obstacles? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Okay, here's the next 7 reasons why people don't stop drinking alcohol. Number 1, it'll take too long to quit. Number 2, it'll take too long to adjust to life without alcohol. Number 3, I don't have the time to quit drinking alcohol. Number 4, it will take forever to feel better without alcohol. Number 5, I won't feel the benefits quickly enough. Number 6, it takes too long to see the rewards of quitting drinking alcohol. And number 7, quitting drinking alcohol is just too slow of a process. Now this is slap bang in the middle of the bucket. They think stopping drinking alcohol will take too long. They think getting the benefits will take too long. They think that getting to the good times is going to take too long. Now what if I told you that all of these things, all of these thoughts are not limitations in time, they're limitations in your thinking, right? What's the difference between how I think now, 11 years after I stopped drinking alcohol, and how I thought back then, 11 days after I stopped drinking alcohol, or 11 weeks after I stopped drinking alcohol, right? It's not the time that's gone by. The time might give you a bit more confidence, it might give you a bit more self-belief, right? It might bolster your beliefs, but not necessarily so, right? Why is it that some people still think that they're alcoholics a year or a decade or more after they've put the last drop of alcohol into their mouths? I once met a woman who was almost 30 years without touching a drop of alcohol, and she was still going to AA meetings. You know, time is not the problem. Time is not the solution. The problem and the solution is in the thinking. It's what you think. It's the way that you think. It's how you think. If you don't change your thoughts, it doesn't matter how much time has gone by. If you still think your old problems and your habits and your behaviors are significant in your life, if you still think that the alcohol is significant in your life 3 decades after stopping doing them, you know, time is not the problem. Time is not the issue for you. Time only becomes a problem when you don't do anything, right? When the doctor tells you that you've got cirrhosis of the liver and that cirrhosis is irreparable and you're screwed, right? Time becomes your big problem then, right? And that's because it's a lack of time. Now, most people have the opportunity to change when the change is in your hands, right? When time is in your hands. Most people are in that bucket of, yeah, if I change now, if I change what I'm doing now, if I change my actions now, if I change my beliefs now, I can make the changes happen in my life and I can get to the place that I want to be. You know, I waited for a long, long time to eventually quit. I drank for over 30 years. Too long. No regrets, right? It is what it is. You know, I can't do anything about what's done. Do you think that it's going to take too long? Is this something that is holding you back, right? Do you think that you don't have enough time in your life to stop drinking alcohol? Do you think it's too late? I'd love to hear your comments down below. By the way, just as a side note here, I saw a comment this morning from a lady who seemed to think that us on habitsv2.com, that we only coach men. I sometimes refer to the people I coach as lads. You know, it's just an Irish thing. You know, we were brought up in a house I have 4 brothers, I have 4 sisters, 9 of us all together. And lads was something that my dad used to use, right? He'd say, come on lads, or let's go lads, or what are we gonna do lads? You know, that was just the thing. So it's fairly ingrained in what I'm saying. So if I'm saying, oh, the lads that I coached do this or that, that's what I mean. You know, we've got a fairly even split between both sexes or both genders, whichever way you want to say it, in our program. So alcohol doesn't distinguish between genders, and neither do we. You know, the damage from alcohol is just the same. Now, my partner Esther, she plays a big role in what we do. She's been part of the program for almost 5 years now. She's been away from the alcohol almost 5 years, and she's there for anybody who joins and wants to chat with a really gentle Dutch lady. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So here's the last 7 reasons why people don't stop drinking alcohol. Number 1, I won't be happy without alcohol. Number 2, I can't enjoy life without alcohol. Number 3, I'll never have fun without alcohol. Number 4, I won't feel relaxed without alcohol. Number 5, I can't handle stress without alcohol. Number 6, I can't imagine celebrations without alcohol. Number 7, I won't feel normal without drinking alcohol. Now these come under the bucket. These people don't believe that they can reach the dream outcomes that they want in their life. So they're going to push through this, they're going to put all the effort into this journey, and they won't get what they want, right? They think that even if they succeed in stopping drinking alcohol, even if it's proven to be easier than they ever thought possible, even if it's much quicker than they thought it would be, it'll all be for nothing. That a few months will go by, a year will go by, 5 years will go by, and they won't have achieved anything. Right? Sadly, there's a lot of people who think this, they can't see beyond the thing. There's a few things at play here. One of them is called unconscious incompetence, and that's also known as you don't know what you don't know, right? The person doesn't understand or know how something is going to play out in their lives. They have no experience of what's going to happen in their lives. Sometimes they don't even know what they don't know, right? And this is down to, it's a skills deficit. You can't see beyond a certain time frame. You can't see beyond a certain way of looking at things. You can't see a way beyond a certain way of thinking about things. You can't see beyond what people are saying to you, so on and so forth, right? Now, these are also limiting beliefs, right? These people believe that they alone cannot learn the things that will get them to their dream outcomes, or that they alone are not good enough to get to their dream outcomes, or they alone they don't deserve to get to those dream outcomes. The amount of times I've heard somebody saying that, I just don't deserve it. All the shit that I've done in the past, I don't deserve it. Bullshit, right? There are very few people who can't stop drinking alcohol and achieve consistent dream outcomes, right? All the stuff that you want in life, if you want it, you'll get it, right? If you want these things and you focus on these things and you step towards those step by step, what's stopping you from getting to these dream outcomes? Absolutely nothing. Like I said, it's a skills deficit, and the skills, anything that you can learn is a skill. All these skills you can learn, right? I'm almost at the stage where I've got to my dream outcomes in everything in my life, and I've got to that stage, I think, because my dream outcomes aren't flashy, they're not expensive, they're not in the great run of things, right? They're very simple, but they're very satisfying in life. So ask yourself that, what are your dream outcomes? Leave that in the comment below. I'd love to hear what it is that you would like to achieve in this journey. What would you like to achieve overall after you stop drinking alcohol? Do you believe that you can get there? So like I said, put them in the comments below. So that's it for another episode. I'm glad that you could join me. If you've got any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments down below. If you've got any videos that you'd like to see me cover, take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. I'm Kevin O'Hara for habitsv2.com. So I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch another one, click here. If you want to watch the whole episode, click over here.